Hello, I'm gonna try to once again do what I did for Winterspell and try to predict what's gonna happen in Attack of the Vine based off of one image. And while I do that, I am also gonna tell you what it has to do with a lovable yellow teddy bear and Hunny. So first off, I have never written a script this long before. Usually, I just talk off what I have in my head, so I might sound strange in this because I will be reading out of a notebook, but we're just gonna see how it goes. Please excuse any noise that you hear in the background, and we'll get on with it. In Wise of the Floodborn, Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard was first printed. The card was illustrated by John Loren based off concept art by Nicholas Cole. Despite having no ability, this card's wonderful art quickly made it a fan favorite, going on to receive a playmat, deck box, sleeves, a pin, a lore counter, and even a phone wallpaper. It is clear, from a pure art perspective, this is one of the community's favorite cards. That's why there was great fanfare when it was revealed to be reprinted in Fabled, along with receiving an Enchanted. However, from a player perspective, there was some confusion. Why reprint a card with no ability and not great stats for a 5-cost vanilla? That's because Lorcana's favorite bear had undergone a change. If we look at Honey Wizard's original printing, it's a fairly simple card. An Amethyst Inkable 5/5/2 for 5 character. A common card with the Dreamborn, Hero, and Sorcerer classifications. But now let's look at its Fabled printing. Still an Inkable Amethyst character, 5/5/2 for 5, no ability, common card, Dreamborn, Hero, Sorcerer. And Honey? Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard was the first Lorcana card to ever be reprinted with a brand new classification. What's even weirder is that this was the only card in Fabled with this classification. We have seen similar things before, with illusions being introduced in Arcadia's Island and fleshed out in Wayne of Jafar and Illumineer's Quest Palace Heist. We have also seen Duckworth be introduced with the Ghost classification in Whispers in the Well before getting more Ghost in Winterspell. But Pooh is different. In the 2 sets that have released between Fabled and the writing of this video, we have seen no Honey cards. It seemed as if this was just a one-off, just a little something for fun. The card does say Pooh always felt a kinship with Honey after all. Or at least it did. Remember when I mentioned Illumineer's Quest Palace Heist earlier? Well, that is the second in a series of co-op games where you and your friends play Lorcana against the game, the first being Illumineer's Quest Deep Trouble. On March 4th, 2024, 3 photos from Gamma Expo were posted on the r/Lorcana subreddit by Narzal. In the pictures is a brand new box, Illumineer's Quest The Great Honey Rescue, and look who's on the cover. Let's backtrack a bit. Illumineer's Quest Deep Trouble released after the 4th set of Lorcana, Ursula's Return. It served as the conclusion to the story that had been building since the first chapter. Illumineer's Quest Palace Heist served a similar purpose, showing the Illumineers and their glimmers beat Jafar and retrieve the stolen Hexworld crown, and the story played out from Simmering Skies to Reign of Jafar. Skipping over Fabled as it didn't have a story, we enter Set 10, Whispers in the Well. Most notably for our purposes, in the card Henwen's Visions, the prophetic pig and her keeper Taran see jagged ice, snowflakes, and a giant vine in a pot of water. This, of course, was alluding to Winterspell, where we see an Elsa Glimmer accidentally create a worldwide winter in an attempt to destroy the vine with her ice magic. By this point, it seems clear that instead of a famous Disney villain, the vine will serve as the overarching antagonist or threat for this block. From what we've seen, This will continue into Wilds Unknown and conclude in Attack of the Vine. This sets up the Great Honey Rescue to serve as the final act for this story. But what does all that have to do with Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard and the honey classification? Let's read the description from Gamma Picture 3. A co-op tabletop adventure in the 100-Acre Wood. Will your plucky band be able to battle to the heart of the vine and free Piglet before it's too late? So after the vine fully takes over Lorcana, a Piglet glimmer somehow gets stuck at its heart, and the rest of the gang has to come save him. Another thing to notice, while the Pooh Glimmer on the front of the box is clearly a honey wizard, he does look noticeably different from the one we know and love. So without further ado, here's the theory. The reason for introducing the honey tag in Fabled was because only honey magic can stop the vine. We know Elsa's attempts to freeze the vine didn't work. We know the reason the vine has grown this large is because it's been feeding on flood ink, the mix of the 6 magic inks from the flood created by Ursula's escape from her lore book, creating the Floodborn. Aside from its weird and magical nature making Elsa cast a winter spell on all of Lorcana when she tried to freeze it, it likely also turned the Storyborn Elsa-concerned sister into the Floodborn Elsa Ice Artisan. The RB narrative team has told us glimmers can appear on multiple cards, even with different appearances, as long as they maintain the same ink color. What if Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard became a Floodborn to rescue Piglet? It wouldn't be the first time we've seen a glimmer intentionally become a Floodborn. Look at the queen coolest of all and fairest of all from Simmering Skies. But if ice magic couldn't take down the vine, why do I think honey magic can? Bees, like the ones we see on the cover of the Great Honey Rescue, have drastic effects on the long-term health of ecosystems. Bees are major pollinators. For the ecosystems they are part of to remain healthy and thriving, bees and other insects have to spread pollen to fertilize flowers. Healthy being the key word here. The way the vine is growing is not natural, not even for a magical world like Lorcana. Look at how this parasitic growth is smothering other plant life, creeping into environments where it doesn't belong. Earlier I said the vine was the antagonist of this block. But is it? The vine is a plant. Unlike the previous big bads, the vine isn't doing this maliciously. The vine isn't evil, it's sick. Honey has long been used to treat the sick. It's antimicrobial, it helps soothe sores, and the pollen in it helps prevent allergies during the spring. Pooh isn't trying to defeat the vine by destroying it, he's trying to save it. And he's not alone in this. Illumineers have always had a role in defeating each story arc's final boss. While the box of the Illumineer's quest shows Ventura, I want to focus on a newer Illuminaire, Hannah. We first hear of her in the flavor text of several cards in Whispers in the Well, mostly through excerpts from the book called Hannah's Herbarium. It is clear that Hannah is very knowledgeable about Lorcana's plants. I suspect her assistance will be key in clearing the vine. Another potential ally is Anna's soothing sister. We see this Floodborn Anna glimmer in Winterspell surrounded by plants? And read her name again, Anna Soothing Sister. In Frozen, it's Elsa's sisterly love for Anna that helps her eventually figure out how to break the spell. We see her with Elsa Ice Artisan, who we earlier speculated was turned into a Floodborn by the vine, in the card Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Whatever she did must have worked, because we see no more snow in the previews for Wilds Unknown. I think she will also be part of this team. But most importantly, the people who can help Pooh the most are his friends. We see Owl, Rabbit, Eeyore, and Tigger dressed up as adventurers. We also see Piglet, but we know he gets trapped. Each of them, except maybe Owl, has honey somewhere in their designs. Tigger has it in a pot on a stick, Eeyore has it in a small vessel on his back, Wabbit has it on what looks like a shield, Piglet on his wand, and Pooh has it magically floating around his staff. These are the Hunny cards we've been waiting for. If we look at the context of the box, it contains a prize pack with 5 cards. This is notable because the previous 2 Illuminator's Quest only had 1 card in their prize packs. I bet these are Wabbit, Owl, Eeyore, Tigger, Piglet, and or Pooh. The first 2 Illuminator's Quest prize cards show the definitive endings of their block stories. The Hexwell Crown shattered in 2, and Arcasia and her Archimedes Glimmer destroying it. Due to this, one of these 5 cards will likely show what ultimately happens to the vine. I'm predicting it will be Pooh restoring it to its natural state using Hunny magic. To recap, Hunny was not a throwaway addition to the game. It's the key to solving the crisis that is ravaging Lorcana. Pooh, Tigger, Wabbit, Owl, Eeyore, Hannah, Anna, and our other main Illumineers, Sanjay, Martin, and Venturo, will use Hunny to rescue Piglet, save Lorcana, but also to save the vine from the sickness caused by absorbing the flood ink. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed. I know it has been a very long time since I've posted, but the video I had been working on kind of got not invalidated, but what I was going to talk about kind of got messed up by this product being announced. So I decided to talk about it instead. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I had a good time making it, and see you next time. Bye. Oh, one last thing. We know there is a giant vine in Winterspell. We got Willie the Giant, who had the giant classification, Beanstalk, Fun and Fancy Free, Willie the Giant. We're getting Fun and Fancy Free in Wilds Unknown or Attack of the Vine. That is my prediction. Okay, now Willie, goodbye.